Sorry you can't see me. I'm sitting outside having a smoke. I just wanted to lay out my thoughts on the Han Solo firing, all that. First off, fans were not clamoring for, well, you can see my cigarette. We're not clamoring for a Han Solo movie. We know Han, maybe if they had an introduction by Harrison Ford, it would go well, but it sounds like they were making a comedy, but they have almost a complete movie. They do have a complete movie. They stopped production. They started in February. They stopped production, and they were about to go post-production. So obviously it's going to be pushed back with Ron Howard. Now, Ron Howard is an awesome director. Is he a Star Wars director? We don't know. I mean, look at Rogue One. Rogue One, no one knew who the director was, but it turned out to be a success. I mean, I would be down for a Solo while he's still young enough to do it. Hayden Christensen could be all burned up and everything. Basically, like the book Dark Lord of the Sith, Rise of Darth Vader. There's several EU books that they don't consider canon now, whatever, canon, like it's a Bible or a scriptural thing. Okay, anyway, but the fact is, there were some pretty damn good ideas in the EU, like Dark Lord, Dark Rod. It shows his transition. It shows how he had to change his style to fighting and how he adapted. It shows how he lost a fight. I mean, and then by the end, he's tapped into so much power and rage. Now they're rewriting that with the Marvel comics. Okay, I'm glad they're giving them power. I'm glad. Hey, there you guys. You guys can see me now. I'm glad they're oh shit. Anyway, but really, listen. Every top vote for movie, I either see Boba Fett. I mean, let's face it. He got away. He was basically the UPS man of Star Wars. He made the pickup and delivered them. And that's about all he did, other than looking bad. So maybe we could get a movie of him, building up that mystique. Damn, I'm sorry about being dark like this, but maybe you can hear me. I mean, he needs to have his own. You could just do one-offs, one movie. We bought one-shot comics, We can buy a one-shot movie. You don't have to make a trilogy out of everything. I don't need a trilogy of Obi-Wan's adventures. I mean, it would be cool, but it wouldn't necessarily serve. I mean, how much trouble could he get in? He was laying low. So, it'd be him versus Sand People, Tusken Raiders, I mean. So, and Jabba's goons, just like in the comics that they've already covered, so of course they're not going to go there. So, a Darth Maul. Ray Park is still in shape. With the makeup on, no difference would be seen. We could have any of these books like Lockup or any of them just turned into it to show his training or show his first test because we didn't get to see how bad he really was because, I mean, he was a fast killer. He would have used the Force and knocked Obi-Wan down that thing, man. But some rough script writing there or directing, and all of a sudden, boom, best guy on the show gets no lines and 7 minutes of time in the movie, I think, and that's it. And yet, people will spend a hell of a lot of money to get Darth Maul Black Series figures or whatnot. Since this is a black video, sorry about that. There you go, a little bit of light. I was just seeing the news and I just wanted to give a fresh reaction to it because I don't have any fancy tag thing to put on there or anything, but who cares? This is like my log I'll look at this a year from now. But if you want to like it and subscribe, I don't mind. If you want to watch it, basically you're listening to it. Maybe if I did this with the cigarette. Anyway, I'm going to do some unboxing videos in a few minutes, so that should be cool. I actually have to box something I sold on eBay, and then I'll do that. I do have eBay. It's RevanJJ also, lowercase. I sell, right now I've got everything at cost or below cost where I'm losing money, but I don't care because I'm on disability and I have like $7 in my bank, and that's pretty depressing. So, yeah, I don't even want to think about that right now. But anyway, as far as Star Wars goes, why not? We can see Yoda. Or there was an original story. I'm not sure if it was in Alan Dean Foster's book or something, but there was a book that talked about him fighting a dark assassin. So we could even bring in Asajj Ventress maybe, or maybe Mara Jade, and have her be the attempted assassin that he defeats but maybe doesn't kill. And that's why there's such darkness inside of that place. I don't know. That would be interesting. It would be interesting to see if Yoda got around before Luke got to him when he was too old. You know, I don't believe he did. He would have just sat there. It'd be cool to see Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon. The next movie, I just don't know, man. Kathleen Kennedy, when she took over the EU, the books, and it almost went like third wave feminism on every single book. 5-year-old flying the Millennium Falcon better than Han. Then the movie translates, and she can fly it better than Han. And she knows stuff that he doesn't know about his own shit that he built after 60 years. You know, in the movie, I guess they're in their 70s, and he got it when he was in his 20s, so 50 years of being on the ship, however long it was lost. So, you know, they Mary sued Daisy Ridley's character so hard that's like, well, she already can be a trained Sith guy, so why not? Yeah, he's wounded, but you know what? You don't need any training. Maybe that's what Mark Hamill will say, but I'm very nervous just based on what Mark Hamill is saying. Mark Hamill is saying, I fundamentally disagree with everything being done with my character. Well, he owns Luke Skywalker. No one else can be Luke Skywalker. He's been having kids and adults come up to him, call him Luke, probably his whole, for the last 40 years. So, you know, he's getting a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame finally. The dude has some clout, and I mean, for him to be dismissed by J.J. Abrams, like he said right on in the right there in front of Kathleen Kennedy and the director, and he said, you know, I have a feeling they're going to turn Luke dark, or just turn him into this pacifist something, or a combination of the two. You know, I don't know, but it's something. You just have to think. Luke was the ultimate good guy. He faced the darkness, but he did go dark when he beat his dad. And if you Yoda always said, sorry about the rain. If you go to the dark side, forever will it follow you, forever will it dominate your destiny. Well, if it's going to dominate your destiny, maybe that's why that's happened. Maybe that's why he felt like he needed to take himself out of the arena for a while and see if maybe he was the one causing the dark shift. But we know it's Snoke. We know Snoke was contacting the Emperor. The Emperor was trying to set up an advanced guard against the darkness he felt. In the books, Thrawn was the commander going out there making sure. But, and then the Yuzon Vong invasion. But, you know, this could work just as well. He was a Darksider waiting. Maybe his old master. Write a book about that. Hell, let me write a book about that. About the Emperor's fears about that. And what's going on the outer rim. Anyway, that's just my thoughts for now. Probably nobody is listening at this point to a blank screen. I wouldn't blame you. But yeah, I saw that Han Solo thing, but I mean, it sounds like it was going to be a disaster to begin with, like almost slapstick comedy. But then again, we usually hear the truth like 3 months later, you know, when the contracts are up, the money's been paid, and then the directors goes, here's why, and here's what I really did. Because a lot of times, you know, the Kathleen Kennedys of the world will come out and say stuff for them, and that's it. So, I mean, I bet you anything, it probably had nothing to do with the creative differences. Probably were just that there wasn't enough diversity, or there wasn't enough of women doing super things that can't be done, like kicking 300-pound men and sending them flying, even though she weighs about 110. Daisy Ridley. Anyway, in the beginning of the movie, when she's fighting 4 guys. Okay, anyway, so talk to you guys later. And I'm getting some new stuff in this week from Disney, and I've got unboxings to do tonight, so I'll probably be posting some more.